Hello, good people. CoachAMillerLight here with the sunset edition. That beautiful sunset is coming on in that window at me. Thankful for the sunshine. I recently was in an area of the country where there wasn't as much sunshine, and I said, when I get back to the sun, I am going to appreciate it. So thank you, sun. Thank you for the solar charge. I feel it. I feel a charge happen when I spend time in the sunshine. As you can see, I love to do. All right, so I was listening to Abraham today, the teachings of Abraham, and really soaking in it with this idea that I am like a radio that tunes to different frequencies. And if I like a particular station, I like the music on that station, then tune to that station. Well, there's this feel-good station, and I choose to tune myself to that frequency. So I'm listening to, I actually did a whole array of things today to tune myself to this feel-good frequency, starting the day off with meditation, and then moving to listening to the teachings of Abraham and writing it down. I have plenty of notes here. As you can see, I've got lots of notes because I was really deep in it, and it was so enjoyable. It was so enjoyable. So let's get to it. What did I write down today? So Abraham says, you're now, right? Isn't that my whole thing always? My now. What's going on in my life now? Your now cannot improve as long as you keep having knee-jerk reactions. When you're jealous of people who have money, you've got a habitual pattern that is upstream. When you're disappointed that you don't have money, you have a habitual pattern upstream. When you are appreciative of the money that you do have, even if it isn't very much, you are flowing downstream. When the money you have feels good to you, when you say things like, it's good that I have this money, and I'm proud of myself for bringing this money into my experience. There are people who have a lot more money than you do, who are worried about it and have pinched themselves off. And there are people who have a lot less money than you do, who are thrilled with it and have opened an avenue of abundance that is right at their doorstep. You have just got to find a way to feel good about whatever the subject is, in this case, money. I like this topic of money because money is so present. Money is a continual part of life, and I choose mastery of money. Abundant money flowing in effortlessly, and all of the teachings, it all says that it's available. It's definitely available. It's about that's what I got out of it today. It's about my thought. Imagine that, right? This is not a new message yet. It's very helpful to keep on repeating this to myself, because as I'm showering, I'm thinking thoughts, right? As I'm walking down the street, I'm thinking, I'm broadcasting a signal. And so when I remember how it goes, when I remember that it's literally the story I'm telling about it that's causing it to be the way it is, and I become aware of the story that I'm telling about money or whatever other subject it may be that I choose to improve. Abraham's saying you just can't have the condition that you like if you're telling a story about it that doesn't feel good. I have to find a way to make peace with where I am, with my current conditions in every respect, whether it be money, physical condition, relationship, the weather, whatever it may be. I have to find a way to make peace with it before it can change. Because in the making peace, now I'm going downstream. Now I'm in the vortex of creation where all those good things that I choose are. So understanding these principles and repeating them and repeating them and repeating them, really, really helpful. It's my saving grace. When I remember the laws of the universe, as Abraham says them, when I remember these laws, then I have much more diligence and much more discernment in my thinking. I'm much more aware of what I'm thinking, and I go about it in a way that's favorable according to law, more and more when I remember the law. So here we are, baby. CoachAMillerLight on the scene. Okay, so they say when you feel good about where you stand, they have the same message. over and over and over and over. But that's what I could use, because it's interesting to me today. Such a cool experiment. As I'm sitting out there writing it, I listened to about a 15-minute Abraham, and I wrote almost all of it because it was just that good. I kept saying, okay, I'm gonna stop. And then I kept going because the next thing they said was so good, but the next thing they said wasn't much different than the thing they just said before that. Yet as I hear it again and again and again, it changes. And then I live my life, and then I hear it again, and it changes, and it becomes more clear, and it becomes easier to understand and live. Okay, so they say, when you want to leave, we want you, so they're talking to this group of people, right? People who are coming to see them. They say, we want you to leave here feeling above all other things. This is what they want us to feel, above all other things. I have the power to turn in the stream, and I don't need to put a motor on my boat and turn all the way to the winning lottery ticket. I just need to turn in the stream as often as I can be aware. I just need to turn in the stream. I am where I am, and that's okay. They said there's so much power in this statement. I am where I am, and that's okay. It doesn't matter where you put your boat in the stream. It only matters that you put it in the stream, let go of the oars, and let that current take you. Close the gap between the money that you choose and the money that you feel right now. Okay, let's repeat that, because this was one of those epiphany moments for me today. They said, it doesn't matter where you put your boat in the stream. What matters is that you close the gap between the money that you choose and the money that you feel right now. Pretty neat statement. They go on to say, when you change the way you feel about money, they're saying close the gap between the money you choose, not close the gap between the money you choose and the money you have right now. They're saying close the gap between the money you choose and the money you feel right now, right? That I have the power to feel something that isn't right now physically present. And that seems to be the key to attracting more of anything, is feel it first. Get the feeling of it. How does it feel to have that more money? It feels freedom. It feels validating. It feels empowering. It feels joyful. It feels blissful. When you change the way you feel about money, even though there isn't more money yet, when you find that feeling, you've turned in the stream. And then you've turned in the stream, you'll find the money. So I gotta find the feeling to turn in the stream instead of going against the current, right? I can tell when I'm going against the current because the waves crash down and they come out my eyes sometimes as tears. Here come the waves. When I turn in the stream, and what's so cool about how the universe works and these laws work is it doesn't take that long to get myself turning in the stream, but I have to be willing to focus my mind in a way that feels good. I heard this from them today. It was so empowering, so impactful. They said, you just have to find a way to focus your mind in a way that feels good, and no one can do it for you. I'm the only one who can do it for me. So what do you say, people? Deciding here to practice. And so one of my strategies to practice is going to be to get some momentum going with CoachAMillerLight, because she is my saving grace. Why? Because the laws are my saving grace. Knowing how the universe works is my saving grace, and CoachAMillerLight is my saving grace to my saving grace. She's the saving grace to saving grace. All right. So in review, what am I going to remember as I go about my day today is it's not about the physical manifestation. It's about how do I feel? Find a way to feel good now, no matter what's presenting itself. And making peace with where I am, saying to myself, I am where I am, and that's okay. Because I can turn in the stream and I can get anywhere I'd like to go. I don't have to put a motor on my boat, just turn and let the current take me by feeling good, by finding ways to look at my current situation that feel good. Till next time.